No, I am her mum.
The baby will be in the best place possible.
No, she's in the best place right now.
I'm afraid the decision has been made outside.
She's with her mum. She's in the best place right now. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
The United Kingdom has an interesting policy whereby children can be removed even if there's been no abuse or harm to the child, simply because the social worker thinks there may have been a risk of future emotional harm.
Hello guys, welcome back to Explore with Sue. It's your girl Susu here. I just came across this video on TikTok of a lady who had a baby barely 3 days old, and social workers or social services took the baby. There's been a saying that social workers in the UK are targeting children, and I don't know. What do you guys think? So they took the baby away because they said there was a rash on the baby's neck, and they said it means the mother is not capable of taking care of the baby. And they also said that they suspected a co-sleeping with the baby. I do not advise co-sleeping because it can be dangerous for children, and in fact in the UK, it's not even advised for you to co-sleep with your baby, no matter what the situation is. I know it can be difficult. Where imagine a baby who does not want to sleep in the bed at all. What are you going to do about that? This is sad and shocking. And also there is another news talking about how the social services within the UK are taking children away from their parents. So please try as much as possible and take care of your children properly, provide for them, do not neglect them, do not leave them home alone. It's so sad when you see a child that has been taken away from their family, and sometimes it's just based on misunderstandings. Another thing I want to say is especially when they're going to school, make sure that they look all right, they look healthy, let them sleep early, don't let them go to school very tired and all that. The morning, if they look tired, make sure you shower them, wear them the appropriate clothing for the appropriate weather. This is another thing. If GP book a routine appointment with you to check your children, you need to make sure you go. If you don't go, make sure you rebook the appointment or you inform them. Because if, for instance, you have appointments in hospital, maybe your child is suffering from something, let's say maybe asthma or something like that, you book appointment for them and you keep not turning up or not going to children's meeting at schools and all that. These are things they put down as you not being responsible, and they may use this against you. So you need to be careful all the time. If you have appointment for your kids, make sure you turn up. If you can't turn up, things happen to people. People may fall ill, they may go to work and forget the appointment. If that's the case, show that you are responsible. Contact them, make sure you reschedule the appointment, and if you do attend with the children, because these are the things that they use against by ticking, and when it gets to a point, they may then come out and and use these things against you. Just make sure you do all these things, you care for them, look after them properly, so no one will come and tell you that this is a safeguarding issue. Some of the things we don't know, but you need to do your research. Make sure that they look healthy all the time, they eat properly, they look well generally, because taking children away in this country is something really serious, and you don't want your heart to be broken that way by your child being taken away from you. You see a child that has been taken away from the family, and they are crying, the mother is crying, and the children are crying, they're dragging each other, the children do not want to go, and it's just so sad. It's heartbreaking. Is it right that they take 3 days old baby away from the mother? How is that baby going to feed? If the baby is breastfeeding exclusively, doesn't like bottle, how is that going to happen? So guys, please, let's watch this video together and comment at the end. Tell me what you think about this whole thing.
Yeah. You're aware, and that it's going to court for an interim care order.
Yeah.
In the meantime, baby needs to be protected while we're waiting from...
Protected from what? From
so
me?
There's been...
But what am I going to do to my child? Can you explain?
So in terms of the concerns...
What are the concerns?
So baby hasn't always been able to be accessed for observations while on the ward.
I don't understand that, because she's had all her observations done. You could check the red book.
So the rashes, when she's been snuffly.
No, the rashes are heat rashes, and we have an appointment tomorrow.
I'm explaining.
But I'm explaining the appointment that you're talking about relating to the rashes is for tomorrow.
So a decision has been made to place baby into police protection. But can you please
explain why? Because you're still not explaining it. You're saying that you have concerns about the rashes. What concerns do you have?
So we have concerns around co-sleeping.
Co-sleeping?
Yeah.
They've allowed me to co-sleep because they said it was fine to co-sleep because she was distressed in the cot and she keeps crying.
So she can't co-sleep, so that's one concern. The other concerns around when they've been wanting to access for observations, they haven't always been able to.
They have been.
So I'm not going to keep going into this, Vanessa.
That's okay, but I'm just going to, because I need to,
That's
obviously
no
I have a
problem.
voice as well.
Of course you do.
The only time they haven't been able to, obviously, do the observation is if she's sleeping or I'm sleeping, and they've been asked to come back. But she's done all her observations and everything is fine.
So I'm just explaining the reasons why. The decision has been made to place in police protection, so we're going to do that now. The easiest way to do that, and you will be allowed to have supervised contact, but that needs to be discussed with social care, okay? But at the moment, baby needs to be placed into police protection, and that needs to happen now.
So that way baby can get
She's being breastfed. How's she going to eat? She doesn't have bottle. She won't take the bottle. She's going to... No. Listen to me. Just listen to me, please. She will not take the bottle. So what you're going to be doing, you're going to be distressing a newborn baby.
But that's for them to justify, I'm afraid.
No, I am her mum.
The baby will be in the best place possible.
No, she's in the best place right now.
I'm afraid
The decision has been made outside.
She's with her mum. She's in the best place right now. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Is, you refusing the baby to be checked out.
I have not refused the baby to be checked out.
You're refusing it now, I'm afraid.
No, I'm not. I'm not refusing to. No, she's saying she's taking my baby. I'm refusing. I'm not refusing. What I'm saying, I've got an appointment tomorrow for that. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand where all of this is coming from.
If your best concern is for your child, you want your child to be given the best care.
No, because they said to me it only looks like a heat rash, so they said they're gonna let it go, see if it goes, and it has been going. They've been coming and checking every day, and they said to me it's been going away.
The United Kingdom has an interesting policy whereby children can be removed even if there's been no abuse or harm to the child, simply because the social worker thinks there may have been a risk of future emotional harm. Yes, you heard me right. And in case you didn't quite grasp that fully, let me explain it to you in another way. To put that in simpler terms, a child can be removed from a loving and nurturing family because of an act that has essentially never or may never even happen. And as shocking as that may sound to you and me, that's simply the law. And once someone gets caught up by these legal technicalities, there is often no way out. This horrendous policy was implemented in a case back in 2013. Italian-born Alessandra Paccieri was ordered to have her baby by caesarean section, and after, her baby was taken away from her because it was discovered that Alessandra had bipolar disorder. And to make her story even more unbelievable, she was not even a British citizen. She had flown to the UK to attend a training seminar. Whilst there, she experienced a panic attack, and as such, the police were called. When they arrived, she explained that she had stopped taking medicine for her anxiety when she found out she was pregnant, as she was fearful it may harm her unborn child. However, things took a nasty turn very quickly, as explained by Cole Morton in The Telegraph. The label on the medicine contains a warning that it can cause death to pregnant women or an unborn baby, she said last week, after the story of what happened to her became headline news around the world. It was first revealed in the Sunday Telegraph, provoking widespread outrage that a woman should be forced to have a caesarean section against her will and then have the baby taken away by social services. She didn't even live in this country. The 33-year-old from Tuscany flew to Britain in the summer of 2012 to take part in a training course in how to be an airline cabin attendant, and she stayed in a hotel near Stansted Airport. But 8 days into the course, it all got too much for her. She had what she described as a panic attack and rang the police. Officers came to her hotel room and she gave them the number of her mother back home in Italy, who explained about the medicine. Ms. Paccieri says she was tricked into going to hospital with the police, who said they wanted to check the baby's health. The mother was also examined at the Princess Alexandra Hospital in Harlow, Essex, and told she would be sectioned under the Mental Health Act. I was freaking out. I had the feeling right away that they wanted to take my baby, she said. I begged the doctors to let me go back to my country. I said I wanted to go to court to get it all sorted out. As the due date loomed, she was transferred to the mother and baby unit at Broomfield Hospital in Chelmsford. She wanted a natural birth, but the doctors insisted it would be safer to deliver the baby by caesarean. They had trouble persuading her of this. Then, on August 23rd, Within a few days of her due date, the Mid-Essex NHS Trust applied to the courts for a declaration and order that a C-section was in her best interest and could be forced upon her using reasonable restraint. The order was given, authorising the use of reasonable restraint. The next day, the operation took place. Ms. Pacieri has said that 5 nurses held her down and injected a sedative into her right thigh. I was pushed down onto her bed and a mask was put over my face. I felt as though I was suffocating. It was the last thing that I remember. In 2014, it was revealed that by the order of a British court, the child was adopted by good and loving people. And even though Alessandra remains hopeful to be able to see her daughter again, the reality is that it may never happen. Or if it did, it may not be until her child is an adult. And Alessandra is just one of these numerous horror stories that we've heard about happening across the UK. Furthermore, parents who have tried to fight back against this system have even been jailed for contempt of court if it was perceived that their protests were breaking any gagging orders that the family court put on them. The reality is that even though there is a free healthcare system in the UK, a lot of this behaviour is driven by financial gain. Each year the government spends billions of pounds on social services, adoption agencies and foster carers. A foster carer could potentially earn up to £2,000 a week, while adoption agencies can earn in excess of £20,000 for each child who is adopted by a new family. In an article for The Telegraph, Christopher Booker revealed more about this. The National Fostering Agency, NFA, founded by 2 social workers, was sold in 2012 for £130 million to a private investment firm owned by an array of bankers and accountants, which also owned a chain of steak restaurants and the Groucho Club. In 2015, the NFA was sold on again to another private equity firm. The price was not disclosed, but the first private equity firm announced that it had more than doubled its original investment, suggesting that the NFA had been sold for more than £250 million. Income from foster care was shown in the NFA's 2014 accounts as £94 million, with the owners receiving £14.4 million and the highest paid director £318,112. The problem is that this is something that continues to plague not just the United Kingdom, but countries all over the world. Families are being torn apart by a legal system that should be upholding and protecting the rights of family. I encourage you to share this video with your friends and family. This is something that can affect parents and children everywhere, and we need to join in standing up against these injustices and to raise awareness.
Okay guys, what do you think about that? Alessandra's case raises an important and controversial issue. She did what she believed was best for her child, prioritizing health and safety when she stopped her medication. Perhaps if she had been informed of the potential consequences beforehand, she might have made different preparations, such as bringing her mother or someone close to support her during this time. It seems cruel that she not only had to undergo a forced C-section, but also had her child taken away from her without full consideration of her situation. Yes, she had a mental health issue or condition, but her medication before the pregnancy was working well. She was stable, she was working and managing her life. So does this mean that anyone with mental health issues shouldn't have children due to the fear of their baby being taken away from them? It feels unfair. If anyone has experienced something similar, please share your story. What do you think about this situation? Is it right to take children away from their parents due to mental health issues or concerns? And I am not talking about severe cases where parents are completely incapable of caring for themselves or the child. It seems extreme to me, as I thought that parents struggling with mental health are already known to social services, who would then offer support such as parenting classes or assistance in caring for their children rather than taking the child away. If you are a social worker, please offer your perspective. I understand that many children need to be removed from their homes because they are being mistreated, and social services should focus on those cases. But this situation is so controversial. Do you think it's fair to take children away simply because there is a concern about a parent's ability to care for them? Or should there be a stronger, more concrete reason? To me, this doesn't make sense in Alessandra's case and in Vanessa's case. What do you all think about this whole thing? Please comment down below in the comment section and let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so when we upload any video, you will be the first to be notified. Thank you and bye bye for now.